Welcome to the live. Happy Sunday, all. Happy Sunday, y'all. What are you guys doing today? Look, before I get too far this live stream, don't forget to like, share, comment. Well, like, share, leave a comment. And subscribe if you haven't already. Look, y'all, I was minding my business. That took me a Sunday evening nap. Y'all already know it ain't nothing like that after church. Glory, glory. That Sunday after church nap. And so, got up, grabbed my little. Hey, Albert, it's been a while. Happy New Year. Grab my leftover Chinese food, right? Grab the remote. I don't know how many of y'all been watching Tyler Perry's Sisters. So I've been binge watching the seasons, right? On season 5. Hey, Vonna! And my husband just literally kicked me off the TV in the living room. So I decided to go live. I said, I might as well go live on YouTube. I said, I may as well go live and go see what people doing out in the world. So, Saturday is my vision board empowerment session. And I have already started my vision board. Let me show y'all. I haven't glued anything on there yet. So I've already started cutting out my pieces. It is 3 people watching. Can you guys thumbs up the live? Oh, I miss you too. Happy New Year. You know what, y'all? I don't know what is going on with YouTube, but I have gotten less than 20 views on the last few vlogs that I put out. I think I did one. One of them was a New Year vlog giving y'all a life update, and I think they got like 199 views. But other than that, y'all, I don't know what's been happening. But it's like my watch hours have dropped tremendously. Like, I gotta start putting out some content. Because you have to have so many hours to maintain your monetization. And honey, look, I don't know what's going on with Angie in ReaLife. I don't. Maybe it's a reset for the year. I don't even know. I'm losing subscribers. My watch hours has gone down. I don't know what's happening, y'all. But what I do know is I need to go through these magazines a little bit more and see what other stickers that I want for my vision board. I'm on the hunt for numbers. So what y'all doing? What's y'all plans for the year? I mean, what are you guys doing? I've seen so many different posts. Do you have a New Year's resolution? Do you have a vision board? Like, what y'all got going on? Come on. I mean, right now, I've seen so many people. It's like every single time something gets trending or someone gets into something or something becomes, I don't even know the word I'm looking for. But it's like everybody want to change it. People been doing journaling for years. Now it's considered prophetic journaling. People have been doing vision boards for years. Now they're saying manifestation boards. Now they're saying prayer boards. Baby, they all the same. They are all the same, okay? They are all the same. If you want to call it a prayer board, then you call it a prayer board. If you want to call it a manifestations board, you can call it a manifestation board. If you want to call it a vision board, then you can call it that too. I just don't want I've been waiting for the notification. I'm off. Let me pull y'all. I can't hardly see that far. Let me pull y'all up some. Shoot. I don't know. Y'all just check y'all notifications because people. I think Miss Newton was telling me she got hers all late. I was off live when she got it. I need to get my nails done tomorrow. They look a sight. I've been waiting for the notification bell. Off social media. Oh yeah, I forgot you told. I think you mentioned that. So I got a magazine in my hand that I'm looking through. I saw this word yesterday and I didn't cut it out. So maybe this is my cue. Let me lift y'all up some more. If I lift y'all up, I can give y'all a better angle. I can give y'all a better angle. Oh God, y'all sideways now. That way y'all can oh, well, you can always do one. The thing about vision boards, I mean, you have to you got to hear God for yourself, and you can't let nobody take you out of that place. Don't let nobody take you out of that place, and don't ever allow nothing, no one, or anything to replace His voice in your life, because it can get real noisy, and a lot of people can have a lot to say, and it can cause confusion. So it's important that we stay focused, okay? It get rough. It get rough. It gets rough. But the great thing about it, we can always silence. I saw this that says connections. I looked at it last night, but yes, girl. And the one thing I learned about being still is more than just sitting and doing nothing. Being still is listening to God's direction and moving in the direction that He tell you to do. Whatever instructions, whatever directions, whatever He give you. I'm learning that being still don't mean not do nothing. I'm learning that it doesn't mean don't do nothing. You know, it says stand still and know that I'm God. Stand still and know that He's God. Not that you're not supposed to keep working towards whatever He told you first. It's just in that season, honey. 2024, the Lord wants to restore His church. And He wants us to fellowship, man. Because we draw strength that way. But everybody want to do their own thing. Which is nothing wrong with it. You know, at the end of December, well, at the beginning of December, start like the end of, I'll say November, December, I start shutting everything down. I don't want to hear nothing but what God is telling me to do. Because when you so tired, What I know for sure is that when you want something from God, mm, when you expecting something from whatever we do, whatever we do this year, I want y'all to keep God first. And I want us to keep God first. And I want us to be patient. And one thing that I want to do is I want to make, I watched this content creator today. Well, I watch her all the time because I like her. Her channel is called I Am Chelsea Janae, I think it is. And she did a self-care jar. This lock is holding on for dear life. She did a self-care jar. Some of these locks be acted up. And I thought that was a great idea. Y'all. So I want to do a self-care jar. I want to do a self-care jar. And I have mason jars already. And that mason jar, you just put in different things. Like she said, she likes to reward herself. So one of the things she put in there was like, take a trip to Target. Take yourself out to dinner. And ever so often, you go in a self-care jar. And I think it's important that we take care of ourselves every day. Because the Bible says, beloved, I wish above all things be in health, even as your soul prospers. So every single day, we have to take time out for self-care. Yeah, I don't really have a lot to say. Now, this right here is something to say. It says undeniable comfort and confidence. I'm searching for the unity in Delaware. We as Christians are so divided. I feel like I shouldn't have to go to another state to get what I need as far as spiritual connections. It's been a stretch. Um, Ivana, as sad as that sounds, it's been like that for years. And me personally, I've been saved going on 20 years. Halloween, October the 31st of last year, I've been saved for 19 years. Growing up, we used to fellowship a lot. Growing up, churches fellowship. We got together. We did things and we fellowshipped. I mean, different Sundays, different events, church came together. And we did not grow up in a big church. Not at all. And you let me know, and those in the chat, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. Share me out. And so being saved for 20 years and seeing how the church has evolved from growing up in church when I was a little girl. The church has gotten lost in the generations. The generations do not know how to fellowship. They don't know how to come together. And so the Bible reminds us that there's nothing new under the sun. And so with that being said, it's the older churches that speak against, look down on the new modernized churches. And when I say modernized churches, I mean technology wise, because God is the same. So because the older generations don't think we should have church on Facebook, don't think we should have church on YouTube, don't think that we should um, have all the monitors and the bells and the whistles in the body of Christ. And then you have the new technology where, and the generations where they don't want to come to church because some of the old school teachers and preachers and pastors, they're stuck on how they grew up in church. They're stuck in their ways. Now don't get me wrong. The word of God is the same. The Bible says God is forever the same, yesterday, today, and forevermore. But there is a breach in communication and there's a gap within the generations. And a lot of the younger churches, Holy Spirit help me. Now you see apostles, preachers, prophets, and so many other archbishops and all these other titles. And it's like, where are these things coming from? Hey, Auntie Mama. Who named you an apostle? Who gave you the license to open a church? See, it's the order that people don't follow. And then when the order comes into play, people don't like it. The younger generation don't like the order. And the older generation don't like the technology. And then the older generation, they're so stuck in their ways. Like you've done the same thing over and over and over. I'll give you a prime example. I've never followed Stanley, never bought a Stanley cup or anything. I know the coldest water bottle. I know the Yeti. I know all of that. And I know the Stanley cup has been around for a long time. And guess what? The Stanley cup is still making Stanley cups. But they made a slight change. And what was the slight change? They realized I totally agree. And for some, it's more religion than it. That's right. That is absolutely right. I agree. The Stanley Cup hasn't changed. Stanley marketing hasn't. Stanley changed their colors. They added vibrant colors. They changed their product to grow with the generations. That ugly Stanley Cup that lady posted from all them years ago, nobody ain't gonna buy that. But you add some pink and some purple and a holiday Stanley and a limited edition Stanley and all that. Baby, it's the same product, same company, marketing it differently. And it's when it comes to right. Absolutely. He's still a healer. He's still a deliverer. And God is wanting to reappear. He is. His presence and his power. He wants to be in the churches. He don't want surface. You rarely see sign miracles and wonders like they used to have back in the biblical days. You rarely see that anymore because believers aren't believing like they should. Pastors and teachers and leaders and people that are in position of influence, they're not relationshiping. They're flowing off the religiosity of things. And this world and this life can make you do some shady things if you do not build a relationship with God. The world is so fast. Ooh. And everything is so fast. Me too. I'm learning. I'm learning on a regular basis. I'm learning on a regular basis. Auntie Mama say, I went to a new church with my daughter. And yes, among the younger generation in a new way, but still the same God. That's right, Auntie Mama. And Auntie Mama, you're not that old, but you're wise enough and old enough to be able to bridge the gap because you're on YouTube. No, you don't know a lot, but you know enough to go live. You know enough to use your computer. You know enough about technology. And it's the change. Don't be afraid. The Bible says heaven and earth shall pass, but my word will never change. My word I never go. So it's God's word that has the power. And I know, Ivana, I know, girl, I be so frustrated sometimes. I'm like, God, I don't want to be frustrated. I don't want to be angry. You know what? I even thought in my own head, I'll go open my own church. I'll go start my own church. But that's not God. Now, I'm not saying that eventually, I do believe that I'm called the pastor in God's timing. In God's timing. I do believe that for me, but I don't know if I would actually pastor a church. The things that I want to do as far as ministry and life coaching and events and all that, I need my own building. For what God is planning to do with the brands and with the cafe, I need my own building. Ivana, you need a job? Let me know if you need a job, girl. I need 2 part-time people, including me. So I'll be the full-time person. And then I need 2 part-time people. And I need them to be served safe. The hours are, well, the cafe be open Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, 7 to 3 are the hours. But the part-time help will only work 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day. And it'll be at my cafe. So I'm looking for 2 part-time people. No weekends. We have the same hours. My cafe will have the same hours that the doctor's office have. So Monday through Friday, 7 to 3. No nights, no weekends, no holidays. If the Christmas or like July 4th or well, Thanksgiving is always the same, but like if Memorial Day is always the same. So Memorial Day is always the same, but like if July 4th or Christmas or Labor Day, if it falls on a weekday, the same office hours that the office have, those are the same ones I have. Yes, because I need someone to be there when I can't be. So if I can't be there, like for example, if I need you to be there like 6 a.m., or at least go in the first half of the day and get it started, and then let me take the second half or something like that. But each person that I get, I want them to be say certified, the manager one, so any of us can be there by ourselves at any time. And the work will be very easy. I'm using the Clover POS system, so the guy's gonna come in and train us on that. I'm gonna need help setting the place up. So tomorrow, I'll have more information as far as when I'll be able to actually get my keys. But yes, I need somebody that's reliable. Again, it's no nights, no weekends, no holidays. 7 to 3. It's only open for 8 hours a day. That's it, girl. But I want somebody. I want somebody that, like, if I come in at 7, you come in with 7 with me, and then you work 4 hours and then you leave. And then the next person come in and work the next 4 hours with me, and then they leave. We leave together. So it'll always be 2 people there all the time. If it get really, really busy, then I may have to have a middle person. But as of right now, I think I want to find 1 full-time volunteer and 2 part-time people, and then me. So I'm excited. It's a new territory for me, and I'm just trusting God because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just letting Him lead me. The menu is it's a set menu. So it's just like going to McDonald's and they got all their combos, and we do too. It's not a whole bunch of extra. It's way different than what I desired for Two Forks. It's a cafe. Auntie Mama, yes. Pray, because I'm going to need it. And I'm going to vlog it, y'all. So y'all keep watching, because you guys are going to be able to see, what I do, what we do in there. And so I'm excited about it. And see, that's why I say, when you say you get frustrated with dealing with different things. And see, that's what I'm saying. With me, this is my first cafe. The next one is going to be a standalone, but it's going to be a cafe that you can come in. It's going to have a full kitchen. You can come in. It's going to have a full studio. It's going to have an area where you can have events. That's the next one for me. That's my 5-year plan. I need to find a piece of land. It's going to be a Two Forks Christian Cafe. Two Forks Christian Cafe. You'll be able to come in like you come into Starbucks, sit down, get on your computer. There'll be an area in there where you can rent if you have an event, like when you have your IHOPs. When you have your IHOPs and you need a place to have your IHOPs. Yes, Auntie, he sure will. My nephew, Auntie Mama, just started North Carolina State. He's going to college there for the next 2 years. So, we're going to get, and see, this is the thing for me. Yes, and see, and then it's the Entrepreneur Center. Like, it's going to be all in one. So I need my own place. Entrepreneur Center. You come in there. You working on your business. We're going to be holding classes. We're going to talk about the food service industry. We're going to teach people about serve safe. We're going to teach them about catering and running a business and all that. Yes. It's going to be a whole vibe. And that's why I need my own space. I need my own building. Is it Aggie Pride? I think he said I know that my uncle, who is my pastor, it's his son that he plays the keyboard at our church. And so He went to 2 junior colleges, and now he's going to finish his last 2 years. He signed his contract in North Carolina, but the school is only 5 hours away from us. And so now we're working on getting his gaming schedule. So when I get his gaming schedule, then I would like to set up a meet and greet with everybody in the North Carolina area. I know that Carter's Eats is in North Carolina. You is in North Carolina. Lisa's. It might be A&T. Mama, Auntie Mama. I'm gonna find out for sure from my uncle, and then I'll text you, and then you can tell me how far you live from it. But I know Carter's Eats is there. You're there. Lisa Smiles is there. Khadijah Reeves is there. So we're gonna come to some of his games. Ah! Look at Auntie K. I just talked her right up. Yes, Pastor Kim is there too. Hey, Auntie K. Look, Auntie K, I gotta show you something. Let me show you something. I'll be right back, y'all. Look what I got. Auntie K, look what I got. I've been wanting to try this coffee.
Got my message?
What?
I messaged you.
That you was on your way? Yeah. Yo. Khadijah Reeves. Auntie K. Trayvon, what's the name of the school that Wyatt is going to?
NC State.
NC State, Auntie Mama.
State.
It's NC State.
It's in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Oh, that's why Uncle Willie said he seen our cousins and stuff. Oh, we coming, y'all.
Yeah, that's where it's at. Raleigh. It's in Raleigh.
We getting this game scheduled. We going to a home game. We're gonna get timeshare. Not a timeshare, but a Airbnb.
I won't miss no ESPN.
Oh, we going there. You might have to get your days off.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, my son just told me. Oh my God, I wish y'all could smell this. Oh my God. This has got to be Jesus's favorite coffee. And y'all, I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I want this as one of my coffees in my cafe. I don't know how, but this is so good. Auntie K, girl, my husband. Y'all have got to try this. It's about 3 or 4 hours away. Well, I want to get a big enough house so y'all can come. Y'all can come. And y'all don't have to go right back. Y'all can stay and go leave the next morning. But this coffee, I did a review on it, right? And so I don't know if I'm going to post it because I was playing around with my camera. Y'all, I have had a camera for years. And I have never really used it as far as recording. I just used it as like a webcam. So I was playing around with it and I was recording. But it was all over the place. It was all over the place, y'all. This camera is about 5 years old. And you would think that it's brand new. Because, oh my God, I just broke a... I saw Psalms 146. Ew. I done broke another nail, y'all. I need to go get these things done tomorrow. I want them cut down. I'm not gonna be able to have all these nails nowhere cooking. But yes, when I seen hers, I was like, ooh, I was gonna take a picture and tag you in it on ew, why does that look like that? That is unhealthy looking. But yes, y'all. So I recorded it on this. But I don't know. It didn't look right. I was just kind of like playing around with this, trying to get used to it. I can even go back to the thing if I wanted to. I don't think. Oh, there it is. Can you see? That was crazy. But what I did was I recorded it on here and I recorded it on my cell phone. So I gotta go back on my cell phone and see how it looked. But what I did was I tried it 4 different ways. I tried it 4 different ways. The first time I tried it without anything. And it was kind of bitter. Like most coffee is. But once you got that first taste and you got past that bitterness, that was that burst of caramel and that burst of coconut. Oh, it was so good. And then I tried it with the caramel macchiato creamer, Starbucks oat milk creamer. And it was really good. And then I tried it with the almond milk. But you would still have to add sugar with almond milk. But I tell you, it tastes the best. Auntie, if you haven't tried it as an iced coffee, see me trying it with the different milks. I mean, different creamers. It's no sound. I don't even know what I was doing. That's what happened when you be experimenting. But I'm gonna learn how to use this camera because I need it for the cafe. I need it for the cafe. But my favorite way to drink it is iced coffee. That thing was so good. I used the caramel macchiato creamer on some ice. Oh my God, it was so good. And I topped that thing with some Cool Whip and sprinkled some cinnamon on top of it. Right now, this is sitting up my whole studio. Oh, this is some good coffee. Y'all have to try it. And look, I have been eyeballing it for a long time. But my husband, he don't like different flavor coffees. He's a one coffee kind of guy. And so he would always, you know how men is, he didn't never want to buy it because he didn't drink it. So this time when I went grocery shopping, I grabbed a bottle. It was, do you like iced coffee? Look, I was trying it with the almond milk at that time. Oh, I'm showing y'all the wrong way. I was using little shot glasses. I'll let y'all see it. Do you like iced coffee, Auntie K? It's okay. A lot of people don't like iced coffee. But the thing about it is, you like it either hot or cold. You can't do lukewarm coffee. And see, how I started drinking iced coffee is because I realized, well, Auntie Mama, this is so good. Hey, OG Brand. Thanks for sharing me out, Auntie K. This right here, when you first drink it, you know how coffee gives you that bitter taste. But once that taste dissolves, you have that lingering caramel and coconut. This is so good, y'all. It really is. Now, I would say that's how I start drinking iced coffee, because I like coffee either hot or cold. Warm, I don't like it. So what I start to do is, in the morning time, I would get my coffee, and it take me a long time to drink a cup of coffee unless I sit down and just do a cup. But if I was like on the go or something like that, if I was on the go or something like that, I would just get a big cup of coffee and I would get a cup of ice, because I would sip on my coffee, and then when it got cold, lukewarm, I didn't like it. So then I made it an iced coffee. So I would start off as a regular coffee, and throughout the day, I would just add it on ice. Now, most places, they have the iced coffee is already made up. So you have that real strong flavor. The only thing about having iced coffee at home, Angie, I love my coffee with a sweet potato pie. Let me have a couple. Look, here you a pie. Let me give you a pie. Oh, I'm making the I'll give you a pie in a minute. Look, I'm making it an iced coffee. That's my new Starbucks cup, Auntie. It's no sound, so I definitely ain't uploading it unless I do a voiceover. I gotta figure out how to get it off the daggone camera. McDonald's, it ain't good no way. Oh, I'm gonna show y'all the finish. Oh, the cup is in the way. Oh, I didn't even know that. I'm watching this for the first time with y'all. Shoot, y'all can't even see it because I got the daggone creamer in the way. But that's how I started drinking iced coffee. Other than that, I didn't like it. I didn't even try it. I said, you know what? This is good. I might can put some of this on my blog because I recorded on my phone. OG Brand, here your coffee. Go and get you a piece of pie. You gotta go to Auntie Mama house to get your pie. But here, there your pie. I'm telling y'all, this smells so good. I need me a candle that smell like this. Y'all, I am talking up something. I can't ain't saying nothing. But yes, this is so good. This was $9.99. But they have it too. I think I seen it in a bag, like in the coffee grounds. For those that have regular coffee pots. But this is so good to me. And it's really relaxing. The aroma, where it says breathe out all the stress and breathe in the moment of peace with every sip of. I don't even know how to say it. Listen, do y'all hear my husband? Can y'all hear him? My studio door is open. And he on the phone with his brother. Yeah, I ain't never thought that, but goddamn it, I had to figure it out. And they watching football. Watch this. Babe! You all loud and using profanity. I'm on live. Oh, you better tell me something. They don't run my goddamn mouth now. I want this VSOP down, goddamn. Hey, Jace, wait! What? $5.99? I need 2 of those. I hope you bought 2. Did you buy 2? What did y'all have for dinner today? Yeah, because it's $9.99 for one here. Shoot, if it was $5.99, I would have grabbed 2 of them. That's 12 cups of. That's 24 cups of coffee. You know, the average cup of coffee, like when I go to Starbucks, I think I spent like $4.25. Like I. Oh, okay. Auntie Baba, do it, honey. The Uncle Daddy be having his cognac or his beers because, honey, he in there sipping. He in there sipping. Did you record it? He sound like he eating. I was supposed to cook. It's still early though. What time is it? Oh no, that's not early. That's late to be starting dinner. 5:36. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. I actually in next week's vlog, you guys will see my grocery haul. But I bought pork steak from Food Lion. He is. He's home every Sunday. Sundays he chillax at home. Well, actually, he's home just about every day, but his day off is Sundays. And so he in there enjoying himself. He's a cognac drinker. He's a Hennessy drinker. He likes him some Hennessy. Some Hennessy. He got the Hennessy S-Vop and S-O-V, S-O. He got about 5 different Hennessy's on that fireplace. Hennessy white, Hennessy black, regular Hennessy, S-Vop, XO. He got a whole lot of them. Yeah, he be alright, but he do get on my nerves sometimes because he get to playing too much and he get loud and I'm like, look, get your life. You hear him? I'm in my studio. So in my studio, I have a sitting area. This is the sitting area in my studio. My computer, my desk, and all that stuff is over there. It look junky right now. Don't be judging me. That's the other part. See, y'all? That's my vision board that I started. And then that's my desk and my t-shirts and all that stuff and all that fun stuff. I was trying to give y'all a free set. Oh, there it is. And this is where I'm at. Hey! That's how it look in here. And that's the door down the hallway to go out. But that's how it looks. This is my area. It's my little area. It need to be cleaned up though. My little refrigerator, my heat press where I make my t-shirts. And this couch I got beside the room. I think I paid $25 for this couch. It was a yard sale. Yes. I'm redoing my green screen though. So my green screen is getting ready to cover all these walls. And this right here is an actual shower curtain, y'all. And I had a black seat cover. I mean a black chair cover. I had my sofa covered with a black cover, but I need to get a new one. I took that one off. It wasn't actually a cover. I just made it a cover. So I want to get another one and some pillows. Pillow covers. But yeah, it was at a yard sale. I knew the lady. It's so comfortable in here. And my laptop, my computer, I can turn it around and watch TV in here. I did have my TV in here at one point. I was always in here. My husband was like, "What you doing? What you doing back there?" Because I would be always back here watching TV. And I have my did y'all see my party speaker? I did an unboxing on this and never recorded it. This right here is my party speaker. And I know y'all seen this before. See that? That's my mama, y'all. Look at her blonde hair. Yep. And this right here, I'll be on here cutting up, y'all. Singing and everything. I leave this light on because I like the flashy lights. But my husband got me this for an anniversary gift. Microphone testing, testing. Microphone check 1, 2. What is this? No, it's not a karaoke. Right, improvise it. It's not a karaoke, it's just a speaker. I can hook my phone to it. I can hook my computer to it. I can hook my laptop to it and play music. I can put a scan card in there and upload music. I be in here jamming out, honey, right by myself. But it was an anniversary gift. Yeah, I think my husband got this for me for my anniversary. Donna. Oh, I didn't show y'all this. Did y'all see this before? Look at that. Did y'all see that? I don't really want to take it down because it's hard to get back up there. This was the spray inside my mom's casket. See that? And I don't know if y'all watched that vlog or not, but my dad just passed away. Did I tell y'all about that? I don't think I talked about it on a live stream. But my dad passed away December the 6th. My dad passed away December the 6th. Y'all, so much stuff happened to me in the last part of 2023. Y'all, my dad died December 26th. We got him squared away, had his memorial service and all that. And then I felt like I was running like a chicken with my head cut off. And I was running around trying to get his stuff squared away, meeting with the funeral home, doing all that stuff. I mean, I was the only one that was free during the day to be able to make the runs. And, because my brother worked a full-time job, and my sister, with her business, not having anyone to cover her. So the funeral home, thank God, they were so amazing. They came to my sister's daycare. And so we were able to sit with her and make all our arrangements with my dad, pick the casket out, all that stuff for my dad. So I didn't have to go and do that by myself. So she was able to come and meet. So she came to the house. We sat, did all those arrangements for my dad. And then I think I shared in another vlog that my mom was cremated. But my dad was my mom had a regular memorial service, and my mom was cremated by her choice. And so they made an agreement that when she passed, that she would go in the casket with him. So we had to get rid, I'm not gonna say get rid of mom, but putting her ashes in with him was almost like saying a final goodbye to her all over again. And it was rough. It was rough. And so when we went to go do the final viewing of my dad, like the inspection, they call it the inspection. Right, by choice. Well, Khadijah, who has your mom's ashes? I was supposed to cook dinner, but I ended up getting Chinese food after church. I never finished telling y'all that. So more than likely, I'll probably have to cook dinner tomorrow for my husband. If he get hungry, it's some lunch meat and cheese in there. He better make a sandwich. I'll make a sandwich for him. He don't have to feed himself unless he want to. And so we've got some of mom's ashes. All of us. Trey! That's my son, y'all.
Hold my parent.
Can you bring me that mommy ashes, the pink urn, on the fireplace? It was hard. I never had my mom's ashes here. And when she made a decision to get cremated, I was like, I ain't gonna have your ashes here with me. They on the fireplace, a little pink urn. It's on the fireplace, Trayvon. Yes. Are you scared?
I'm scared, man.
For what?
Here.
Look at my son handing them to me.
I'm scared. Take it, man.
This is my baby. So, all of us, I never had her with me here. And so my sister had her. And when my brother was struggling, he had her for a little while. But I would never bring her to my house. And just because it was hard for me to even grasp that she was cremated. And that her remains was in an urn. And so what we did was, before she was put in my dad's casket, when we went for our final inspection of my dad, we gave her to the funeral home, and they put some of her in 4Ds. So me and my sister have the pink ones, and my brothers have the blue ones. And these are little keepsake urns. And at first, I was going to get a piece of jewelry. And these are not sealed. So if I still want to get a piece of jewelry, I can get a piece and put her in there. But I want to get like something real nice. maybe a cross with some diamonds on it or something like that. I've been looking at different cremation jewelry. But I wouldn't open her and put her in the jewelry. I would let her go back. I would give her back to them and let them do it. Oh. So I have a piece of my mom here with me all the time. And so the only thing that we have to do now is get a headstone. So we're working on getting a headstone with both of their names on it. And I'll take y'all with me when we do it. We're looking at the double-hearted ones. But those things are expensive. The least expensive one that Sissy looked at was $2K. $2K. Funerals are expensive, y'all. Please have y'all life together. I thank God for my parents. They both had life insurance policies. So we did not have to come out of pocket for nothing. Literally. We didn't have to come out of pocket for nothing. Nothing. No, nothing. We really didn't. We didn't. We had a repast. We used one of our local, my friend's church's dining hall. And we kind of like had it catered per se. So we wouldn't have to do a whole lot. But yeah. So the end of December was rough for me. Did all that running around, getting things together for my dad, meeting with the family. Days that Sissy could go with me, she did. My brother went to his the place where he was staying and took out all his things, stuff like that. And the crazy thing about it is we had just had his 70th birthday. I don't know if you guys saw that vlog, but I did a vlog of his 70th birthday party. He turned 70 October the 7th, and he passed December the 6th. Almost 30 days from his birthday. 30 days. And you know, at first I felt some type of way because my dad suffered, y'all. He was suffering. The last September, October, November, those were hard months for my dad. He was in and out of the hospital. It was like he would go to the hospital, stay for 2 weeks. He would come back out and be out like 2 days. Then he would go back for like another week. Come out a day or two, maybe 3 days, maybe a week, and right back and forth. I mean, he was in the hospital every single month. Granted, he was a sick man. He had congestive heart failure. He was an amputee, so he didn't have either one of his legs. His kidneys were bad. He did dialysis every 3 times a week. He did dialysis. So it was a lot on him. And then, you know, us not being able to go see him when he wanted us. And then just with the pandemic and me, myself, everything, just the last 3 years, I would say, of his life has been really hectic. And in the last 90 days were just very chaotic. We were back and forth to the hospital. Even about 2 weeks before he died, he was in the hospital and he was on a ventilator. He was in the hospital on a ventilator. It was looking real bad, y'all. I promise y'all, it was looking really bad. And you know, the doctors was explaining my dad was in a coma. They didn't know why. They didn't know why he was in a coma. They wasn't giving him anything. This was before he passed, like maybe 2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks before he passed. He was in a coma. And like, they didn't know why. I thought they was giving him meds to sedate him. But they wasn't. They wasn't giving him no meds. And he would just not wake up. Sternal rubs. Like, y'all, I was rubbing my dad. I just could not get myself together. I was rubbing his head. I was talking to him. I was like, Dad, it's me. And all this stuff. And he was not responding. And he was not sedated. Just nothing. And then his breathing started getting shallower and shallower. And they put him on a ventilator. And so all our family, this is a month or so, maybe a month before he passed. And the doctors had us call all the family. And we were so discomfort. I promise, we were so all over the place mentally. And when I tell you that God is everything, and If people don't have Christ in their life, how do they get to these kind of things? People like would lose their mind. I promise you. Because it just didn't make any sense to us medically. And I would not tell people how I didn't want. Right. Don't make me cry, Auntie K. Don't make me cry. I wouldn't even tell people how sick he was. I didn't want a lot of people to know that he was on a ventilator, which was kind of like not good on my part because if I just didn't want to. And so on top of that, y'all, it was my mom's anniversary, the death of her anniversary. He in the hospital. They put him on a ventilator and they were talking about taking him off the same day that my mom passed, November the 4th. It was my mom's 5-year anniversary. We were in that hospital on November the 3rd. I think like November the 2nd, 3rd, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, I think it was. And then he was in a coma all that time and they didn't even know. They didn't even know what was wrong with him, y'all. And his vitals was fine. His labs came back fine. I mean, they could not explain to us why he was in a coma. And he wasn't hooked up to no machines and no nothing. The only time they put him on the machine, well, they did have him on a ventilator because he was struggling with his breath. And so whenever his body would get tired, the ventilator would pick up for him. But then when his body was able to do it, then the ventilation would stop. But I wouldn't even tell people like how bad it was. Because when I got there, I just was like, Dad, I was there by myself. And I was like, why y'all put him on a ventilator, XYZ? And she was like, we couldn't wait. It was an emergency situation. And I was like, okay. And I left it as that. And so finally, the doctor was talking about taking him off. I said, All I kept saying was no. I couldn't even get nothing out of my mouth but no. No. It was me and my sister. We went back to the hospital. Went back to the hospital and kept saying no, I couldn't. I think I was so numb. Like she was talking to me, I just kept saying no. I don't even know half the stuff the woman was saying. I just was saying, I'm not doing this. That's I kept saying that over. It's not funny, but I'm just telling y'all, I was so overwhelmed. And so Sissy was there. So when I finally got my wits together, they called the family in. And they wanted to meet with everybody in the family. And so that was the next day, which was a Sunday. And so I called his older sister, called my aunt, called my siblings, called my aunts and uncles, all them. And so the next morning was a Sunday morning. And we all were at the hospital. And he was in the ICU. So we all met in that room. And the doctors came out. And the reason why I was there, because I'm his medical person. So I was the one that could speak for him. I'm the one, when he couldn't speak for himself, he deemed me as his medical person. So I was the one that had to say what was what was not. But one thing I wasn't going to do is take him off that ventilator without talking to everybody. I'm like, this is not going to be on me. I'm not doing this. And so all the family came. It was a mess. We cried. It was horrible. That was the worst that any of us had ever seen my dad. And so I talked to my aunt, his sister, 80 years old, and talked to the siblings and all that. And so doctors came out. The doctors explained to the family, which took a burden off of me. The doctor had to explain and say everything. And so all the family came. We called the ones that weren't in the meeting. The family came. They see him and all that stuff. And we decided to wait one more day. We decided to wait one more day, y'all. And Lord Jesus, they took my dad off that ventilator and he started breathing on his own. He lived. They took him off that ventilator, y'all. And we was praying and was like, God, whatever your will is. Whatever your will is for his life. You know, we were so caught up. And, you know, his sister was like, you know, if it's God's will to keep him here, when they take him off that ventilator, he gonna stay. And when they take him off that ventilator and he lived, then it was God's will for him to live. And y'all, my dad kept on living. And he kept on living. He got better and he got out the ICU. And he ended up going back to where he was staying. And then he started having problems with his fistula. And so it just got to be the next week he had to have emergency surgery. And it was just one thing after the next. And then he had a heart attack. He had a massive heart attack, y'all. And I thank God because I was feeling a little bit like, because my dad suffered, and I was feeling a little bit like we don't decide life. We don't give life. We don't take life. So being a medical person, I was the only one that could have said take him off or leave him on, and it would stand. No one else had that authority but me, and I felt like I didn't want to kill my dad, and so I had prayed and I had talked to God. I was like, Lord, and I talked to his sister, and we all prayed that if it was your will, I prayed. I said, Lord, if it's his time to go, don't put me in this position or make us feel like, because I wasn't gonna do it if the a family agreed. If his sister would have said let him live or leave him on a ventilator, then whatever his sister said, whatever my aunt said, because she was the matriarch of the family, then I was gonna leave him on do it. But she was like, what if whatever God's will is, that's what it's gonna be. And we agreed, we all agreed, my sister, my husband, all my siblings, we all agreed. We all agreed. And it just so happened, December the 6th, I was sitting here, get ready to turn on my computer and get ready to do my live stream. And I got a call from the center saying that he had a heart attack. The EMTs and stuff was working on him. The EMTs were working on him. And thank God for Jesus, because my aunt was there. My aunt was there visiting him. I said, God just worked things out for y'all. So when I tell y'all, trust God in every area, in the worst times of your life, in the worst times of your life, in the best times of your life, still trust God. I don't care what nobody say, because he hears us, he loves us, and he answers our prayers. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? And I didn't even tell y'all that after we took him off the ventilator the first time, which was in November, and he survived, I went to go visit him. He was in the hospital. I went and I sat and I talked to him. I talked to my dad real good. And he was still kind of loopy. They later on found out that he had a seizure. And so I talked to my dad real good. His mom was kind of in and out because he was looking at me and looking at me like, I know this girl. And I was like, who you looking at? And he was like, my daughter friend. I said, I am your daughter. And so I had a long talk with my dad, y'all. And I was telling him, I said, Daddy, if you tired, it's okay. And my dad was crying, y'all. And it wasn't like, it's hard when you see a man cry. And my dad was a man. My dad was not, and he was my stepdad, y'all. He wasn't my biological father. He was my stepdad. But he married my mom. Well, all four of us. And he was there my whole entire life, literally. He walked me down the aisle, my high school prom, everything that a dad is supposed to do for a dad, for a daughter, that's what he did for me. Everything. Everything, y'all. I'm telling you, my dad was a manly man. He wasn't no man, no. Very prideful. And when he was sitting in that bed, I was looking at him, and he was looking at me. And I was like, Daddy, you know I love you. And I was like, it's okay if you're tired. I did. I said, it's okay if you're tired. Y'all, when I tell you that my dad was a real life Iron Man, it's so many stories I can tell y'all. But I already been on here for an hour and 14 minutes. I'm talking about When I tell you that I've seen signs, miracles, and wonders in my life, my dad, my mom, my grandma, my auntie, they was like, how in the world are these people still living? Literally. I'm telling y'all. I sat and I talked to my dad, and he just, I said to him, I said, It's okay if you're tired. You know that, right?" Yes. I said, "It's okay if you're tired." And he gave me, it was like this glassy look on his face. And I said, "I'm okay." I said, "You know I'm okay." Because y'all was a baby. I wasn't the youngest, but I was the youngest. I wasn't even the youngest girl. I got a sister under me that was his daughter. So it's Sissy, then it's me, then it's his daughter. But, and then I have two brothers under me. But I was a baby. I always lived with my mom and dad, y'all. Me and my husband and my son, we lived at my mom's house. We lived there. We moved out eventually and got an apartment. But then we fell on hard times and moved back home. And we stayed there. My mom passed away in 2018. And I was just 4 years. I think I probably moved out of their house in 2014. Yeah. I said I was never leaving my mom and dad. Honey, I was out. When I met my husband, they couldn't even believe. My uncle was like, "What? You get married? You leaving your mom?" I was that chick. I was like, "I ain't never leaving my mom." That's what I would say. But I told him, I said, "Daddy, I'm all right." I said, "Ken got me. Sissy got her kids. Everybody's okay. God got us." And y'all, he broke down crying. He started talking about my mom and everything. He asked me to play a song for him. He asked me to play what's that song? I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. And I always would make jokes. And I was like, "Dad, you feel like you're the rough side of the mountain?" My dad was singing and he was singing, y'all. That was the last conversation me and my dad had. Well, the last long conversation. Because we had talked on the phone a couple times in between that. Yep. But God knew. And this last go round, his sister, my aunt, and his niece was there. They were on the phone calling me, and I was already on the phone with the nurse. And that was the end of my year, getting his service together. And then I got COVID. And then I got COVID. And I'm still not over. Y'all probably can hear the congestion. You probably can still hear the congestion because I'm still congested. But I've been taking Sudafed and drinking different teas and stuff like that. But yeah, then I had COVID. So I was quarantined over Christmas. And then because I didn't test positive for COVID until after Christmas, but I was sick before Christmas. And my husband had COVID before Christmas. He tested positive Christmas Eve. I tested positive the day after Christmas. And so the whole house was on lockdown. I couldn't even go to church New Year's Eve. But that's it, y'all. Y'all dwindling. I'm tired of talking. Thanks for listening. Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, I gotta be easy. I don't want to knock this over. But yep, my mom's ashes is in here, y'all. So I thank you guys. Enjoy your day. I had fun talking to you guys. Um, if you guys have a Roku TV or a Fire TV, go and download Purpose Inspired TV app. Because within the next few months on here, you guys will just be getting like the vlogs and product reviews and different informational and tutorial videos but the ministry part is going on TV. It'll be just exclusive to Purpose Inspired TV. So I'm collaborating with them, and a part of my collab is to do exclusive content just for them. So a part of my collab is to do exclusive content just for Purpose Inspired TV. So in the next couple of months, if not February, um, the Everyday Living podcast, Everyday Living Talk podcast talk will only be on Purpose Inspired TV, and I don't want y'all to miss it. Okay. So it's going before millions and millions of viewers get to hear about Jesus. Isn't that great? That's wonderful. But anyway, I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys. Check out my latest vlog. I have another vlog for you guys on tomorrow. And I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces!